tried to roll it out in front of the goaltender Moog, covered up, and now we've got Craig Muni pushing with one of the Kings.
Carpenter stole the puck from Muni, and then at the whistle, Muni dumps McKenna. Now Carpenter battling, who is that, with Smith or Boom? Smith, I think it is.
Dug out by Tiger Williams. He's bumped in the left wing corner by Lowe. Williams still with it. Williams tried to roll it in front to Taylor, and a save by Moog. Oh, how did he get that one? It looked like it was going in, and Moog knocked it down, and now we've got Tiger Williams in a wrestling match with...
Is it Steve Smith again?
Hard to see. We can't see any identification of the Oiler player. Jeff Bukaboom, number 6.
I think, Bob, that shot in front, who was it, Taylor, went off Moog and then hit the underside.
Here is Craig McTavish to center. Down the right side. Bumped hard and knocked down by Hardy. Puck is still behind the net. Tiger Williams comes in and bumps Tikkanen. Krushelnyski trying to get it away from Duchesne. Tiger Williams still there. He and Tikkanen push at each other, and Duchesne finally comes out with a puck, and Tiger spins Tikkanen around and knocks him down. Kings with it at center ice. Bernie Nichols, he's got a goal tonight. He shoots, and a glove save by Moog. Nichols going high with a shot, and we've got a penalty now. And finally, Williams and Tikkanen get into it, and Tiger Williams throwing all kinds of punches at Tikkanen. One of the Kings came over, Nick. I'm not sure whether he thought one of the Oilers was the third man in or not.
Well, he was trying to prevent that from happening because the Oilers were just about ready to come to the aid of Tikkanen, who obviously was mismatched in that altercation with Tiger Williams. Players still now pushing and shoving Wells and Bernie Nichols. Nichols came flying through there, I believe, to prevent the Oilers from getting at Williams and Tikkanen. Williams and Tikkanen finally separated. Curry and Nichols are waltzing around. A couple of other players right next to the Edmonton net are being paired off. Again, Williams appears to be looking for Tikkanen. He gives him a little blade of the stick, close to spearing right there in the replay. And then they rough each other up, drop the gloves. Krushelnyski is watching, and he's going to watch to see how Tikkanen does. And just as Krushelnyski was getting a little bit closer, you're going to see one of the other Kings come flying in to prevent a third man. Well, there's Curry. Now Curry picks up for Krushelnyski, and now Bernie Nichols, I think, grabs a hold of Curry to keep him away from Tiger Williams.
Backhanded down into the Kings zone by McSorley. It's behind the net, and Duchesne hustles down for it.
Kings goaltender leaves the puck. And then he was clipped, but I think Rowley got his elbow up a little bit to hamper McClelland. And then afterwards, McClelland gets up, skates in front, turns around, has a few words, fakes a butt in, then gives him a little love tap on the chest. Nothing serious, but
Kings came in tonight with the best power play in the NHL. Here is a pass over the left side to McKenna, and he's wrapped really hard over there on the left wing side.
Right along the boards, tried to flip it in deep, and Muni just stepped right in between McKenna and the puck and slammed him into the board. Second half.
Not at all. Maybe those 22 shots in the first period against Vancouver got him shell-shocked. Wells threw a punch at Pozar, and Pozar punched him back. But Wells threw the initial punch there. Try and get their game together. That'll be at Vancouver. We'll be live at 10 minutes to 7 on Prime Ticket Television and KLAC Radio. Kings and the Canucks. Now on the face-off in the Oilers zone, we've got Joe Paterson dropping his sticks and throwing a punch at Marty McSorley. And McSorley throwing right hands, knocks Paterson down. Oh, McSorley, big tough kid, took on maybe the toughest King, Joe Paterson, and he hammered him to the ice. So there's a little message for the playoffs. Joe started the fight, Paterson, and he got the worst of it as Marty McSorley hammered him with some right hands. McSorley, 6'1", 190. They were lined up for the face-off. Little pushing on the left side of the face-off circle, and Paterson finally dropped his sticks and throws a right hand. And then he got the worst of it from McSorley.
Los Angeles penalty to number 27, Joe Paterson.
And they each get 5 minutes for fighting.
1958.
Pass down to the right wing corner. Oilers control it now. Pass behind the net, and a hard check throw into the corner knocks Anderson down. Got stitches over his eye and then got back into the action. Erickson down the right side gets pulled down. Nichols pulled down by Bukaboom, and here's a penalty to Bukaboom coming up. And look out now, Tiger Williams bumps into McClelland, and we really have Looks like they're out on the pond in the neighborhood playing now. This game is really deteriorated.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier it looked like maybe the last shot would be the winning goal, but now it looks like neither team wants to be hit. They want to give out the last hit in the game. That's right. Bobby Bourne was carrying the puck down the left wing, and McClellan cuts over. He's not a defenseman. He was coming back, and pretty good two-hander on the upper right leg of Bob Bourne. Penalty was upcoming. Then at the whistle, we got a little pushing and shoving and talking as Paterson got involved. Now, apparently Paterson is going off the ice surface to the Kings dressing room, and he is getting a penalty. McSorley at center ice having words with Paul Gay and Tom Laidlaw. And McSorley is quite hot, and he's being restrained by his teammates and now the linesman.
Well, he bumped into Tiger Williams, too, and I think that's going to be it for McSorley.
So Ron Hogarth doing a pretty good job at keeping things under control, and he knows the game's been chippy and rough and tough.
That's tomorrow night. Kings will be at Vancouver live on radio and TV at 10 minutes to 7. 6 seconds ago in this game, puck is in the Oilers zone. Now it comes back in the Kings zone. Look out, we've got Sykes pushing at the buzzer now, and Phil Sykes by himself against 2 or 3 of the Oilers, and everybody else jumps in. It was Dave Hunter and Sykes pushing at one another, and referee Ron Hogarth telling Sykes to get out of there. And the game is all over as the Oilers dominated this one here tonight.